to my channel. This is Intuitive Edge. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. So I have a burning question, as do many of you probably have this same question. And that is, what's going to be happening with Joe Biden's presidential run? Now, in previous videos, several of them that I've done, I have not seen Joe Biden actually being the Democrat nominee, moving forward with it, and it just didn't pan out that way in my intuition. I felt like there's something else that's going to take place or happen. So what is that? And if it's not going to be Joe, then who is it that's going to be the nominee? Okay. So I sat with it and did some meditation on it to see if I could kind of tune into that scenario and see what's happening. And I'll tell you what I've got, and then if we have time, I'll look at the cards too for some further questions that I have for this video. But for now, I want to share with you what I found out. Okay. So when I looked at this intuitively, it was a little hard to tune in. Initially, I felt like things are not what they seem, and that there may be something foul or amiss happening going on. And then it was like, I tried to tune in, and it was like, I got the feeling like this is really top secret, like nobody's supposed to know this, like it's really locked down tight. So I did some work around that with meditating on it, and I feel like I did kind of pinpoint something, so I'm going to share that with you right now. I think the guy that runs the DNC, is that still Perez? I saw his face, and I think it's him that's still with the DNC. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think he is still running the DNC. But I saw him and maybe a few others, just a few. And they were meeting in like this like dark basement or dungeon or someplace that's like off the grid, or someplace where it's like ultra top secret to have this meeting, right? And I saw him with a chart. So whoever this person is, I think it's Tom, it could have been another male, but whoever this person is, they like charts, and they have graphs, and they've got figures. And I saw this person laying out this chart, and he's telling these other people, this is how it's going to roll out. This is how it's going to be. And they're going to roll it out in phases. And I saw them, they're gonna roll it out in phases with this plan, and they're gonna get like the news media to kind of buy in with them and kind of hype it, make it sound really nice and good. And when the media is all nice and good, and then they're gonna sneak. I saw them sneaking someone else in to the presidential race. So what I thought was they're going to roll out Joe with a VP pick, and I think it's going to be a woman. Could be a woman of color. They're going to push those two out. And for a while, it's not going to be very long. For a while, it's going to seem like, they're going to portray it in the media as, really great match, really great pair. This will be great. And when they get the media buy-in, then all of a sudden, someone's going to come out, and Joe Biden's going to step aside, and this other person's going to step right in, and it's going to be a woman, okay? This is what I saw intuitively, okay? So we have a woman VP that's going to be with Joe Biden for a short time. Joe's going to step aside, and another woman's going to come in as the presidential candidate. And then it'll be two women on the DNC ticket. That's what I saw. And I felt like this is like really top secret. Now, I don't know if it's Michelle Obama. I kind of thought maybe I saw a woman of color as the VP, so possibly her. It could be someone else. So I kind of want to lay out the cards and see if there's any indication as to how or who that's going to be. Let me check my notes here real quick. Joe steps aside, then the two women will be on the DNC ticket. The VP pick, the VP pick is in on this plan. Okay, she knows from the beginning, as she's out there with Biden, she knows from the beginning that he's not going to be the nominee with her. But she's in on this, so she knows full well that she's, in on this plot, okay? She knows full well that this other woman's going to come in and be the presidential nominee along with her, okay? So she's not innocent. She knows what she's doing, okay? That another woman will step in when Biden steps out. 2 women will be on the DNC ticket. Okay, that's what I get. That's what I see. So we'll see how it plays out. Okay, so I broke this plan down into 4 steps that I think is what's likely to take place with this. The first step is Joe Biden picking a female vice president to run. And I got the Page of Cups on this. This is a messenger, tells us there's more to this story. So I think that's on the right track, that he is going to pick a woman, possibly of color, but it will be definitely a woman, and he's going to pick that person. The next card is on step 2, which I think is Joe will eventually step down. That's the next step. Now we have the Empress card on that. The Empress card is a card of taking care of yourself, putting yourself and your needs first. And if he's got issues, I know he's got some allegations and things kind of floating around. Some are saying that he's got some health challenges. This is a card of taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. So if that goes in line with he's got too much going on that's kind of weighing down his campaign, he has to put himself first. So I think that falls in line with that scenario. The next is step 3 would be another woman comes in, steps in when Joe steps aside and becomes the presidential nominee. Now we have the 3 of Pentacles on this. This is the card of the builder. This is a card of planning. They're in the planning phase. This is putting a plan together, putting the blueprint together, and working out the details of a plan. So that seems to corroborate that idea. Next would be step 4 is that same woman that steps in, and the VP woman that the VP woman that Biden picked run together on the DNC ticket. Now, got the Hierophant. Now, the High Priest, the Hierophant, is a card of putting the group, the whole, above the self. The group, it's groupthink, conforming to the will of the group. So, it's structure. So, that seems like coming together. It is a major arcana, coming together for the good of the whole. So, the 2 women together does seem to fit with that strong major arcana on that. Okay. So after that, I asked about the hidden. What's hidden? We've got the Ace of Cups. This is a card of new beginnings, new relationships starting, new things forming underneath. That's the hidden aspect. Now we have the past. We have this card of the controller, the emperor, a strong leader, putting a plan together, man of action. We have the future. Now the future card, kind of interesting. This is a card of taking a risk. So this plan, this 4-phase plan, is a bit risky. That's a pretty risky plan, actually. Now, the ultimate outcome for these 4 steps, we have the movement card, the 8 of Wands. This is usually indicating something that's going to come quickly and happen quickly. So we may see some movement on this coming up, on this 4-phase plan. So I'm going to take a look at a couple of names, and I'll be right back. When I put some names down and looked at those with some cards with matching the names, I did get, for Joe Biden's VP pick, I kind of pulled some cards for that. Some strong cards came out for Kamala Harris had the Moon card, not reversed. That's a pretty strong card to have a major arcana. Michelle Obama had the Wheel of Fortune. Now, to me, Even with Hillary Clinton also had a major arcana. She had the Hermit. We had a, let's see, what else? Sky King, a King of Swords on AOC. I was just throwing some names out there. But to have those three with the major arcana, none of them are reversed. But to me, the Wheel of Fortune felt like that was the strongest, and that fell on Michelle Obama. Now, I don't know if she'll be the pick or not, but she did have some strong cards with her specifically. Okay, whoever this woman is that comes in when Joe Biden steps aside, it does feel like it will be I think it will be a blonde female. Now, I looked at some cards for some specific people. Didn't really see anything with Elizabeth Warren. I thought maybe she would be kind of pulled up to the top. Not real strong, but some strong cards with her. People that got strong cards were Amy Klobuchar, Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton again, and Kamala Harris also, although she's not blonde, but I did get some strong cards with her. So the bottom line for this is that it feels like this plan that's being hatched, it's going to be made to look organic, like the VP and Joe Biden are going to be that's just a great pair. And then when the other person kind of comes in from out of nowhere, they're gonna try to make it look organic. Like, oh, this just kind of happened. But in reality, it's been the plan from the get-go. So just be aware of that. I don't get a real clear yet on who this woman is, other than I think the cards are really strong for Michelle Obama, either VP possibly, but that, it may not happen exactly like this, but I did see that planning going on. So I do think that is what's going on behind the scenes. So that's all I have for this. And I'll probably visit this again because it was just kind of throwing it together, coming with my intuition. And so we'll see if there's any changes on that coming up. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.